there have been many Muslim scholars that have written about sex. There have been many Muslim scholars that have written sex manuals. So because they're unaware of that, they look at it like what I'm doing is immoral. What I'm talking about is against their understanding of modesty or haya. So that's why they feel they need to refute me or to say that this is, again, completely wrong because of their upbringing. So I understand where they're coming from. And that's why, again, when I'm speaking to, because I studied abroad, trained at a reputable Islamic institute, so I've got access to a number of the sources. So when I'm mentioning the names of scholars like Jalal ad-Din as-Suyuti from the 15th century, Qadi Abu Bakr ibn al-Arabi from Andalusia, Qadi Abdul Qadir al-Shadhili, Abu Hamid al-Ghazali, Muhammad al-Nafsawi. I mentioned all of these scholars that are Jahid intentionally so they know that I'm not just picking one or two isolates. I'm mentioning heavyweights, prominent scholars that many of them are familiar with, but they didn't know that a number of them wrote sex manuals or wrote candidly about sex. And they're not just talking about how to please a woman, they're also speaking about sexual issues that they were going through in their time, like in their period, whether it was lesbianism, whether it's pedastry, which was going on in Muslim communities that many Muslims are shocked by because they think that up until colonization, Muslims, there was no debauchery, there was no immoral behavior. It's the West that came in and introduced all of this, which is nonsense. Anyone who's aware of history will know that many of the issues that we're facing now, prostitution, sexual immorality, existed in many parts of the Muslim world, and Muslim scholars were speaking about it. And some people, unfortunately, even used the religion to justify it. So this is where scholars of the time, or Arytologists, they were speaking about social issues. So that's why, because again, I'm familiar with those classical works, I'm not surprised by, some of the resistance that many Muslims have, because again, many of them do not have access to the Arabic language, and many of them do not read or haven't read this.